All right. I believe we have this. I believe we're good. I believe we're good. All right. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Of course, anybody watching this on the follow through on the back end, I'm not late because you just started watching. So it's a beautiful thing. All right. I don't need these. All right. The break was not long enough. Daniel, how you doing, buddy? I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Brother Gene's here. Vincent at the arena. Captain Dave. Everybody's here. All right. Yeah, we need to. We need to because I'm not in the mood for another rant. Let me turn that light for a second. All right. Okay, that's much better. That's much better. Chris, I messaged you. I messaged you today. I saw that you had sent me the email, and then I just assumed that you had given me the address, so I didn't respond. And then when I went to ship the card today, I realized you hadn't given me the address, or just send me your address. I replied earlier today, though. All right, let's see. Um, there's Jeff. How you doing, buddy? Let's see. Dag is in the house. Thank you, Captain Dave. No losses tonight. We need to get back on track. Yeah, we got three very winnable games. One bad Steve. Where's Jaws? Where's Jaws? Yeah. I was late. I was 5 minutes late. I gotta fix the clock on the stove is screwing with me because I'll be in the kitchen I'll be getting my drink and stuff, and the clock on the stove said 5:54, and I walked into the room and it was already 6 o'clock. And what the hell's going on? Time is well, you already know the Steve Miller song. Jeff says you have gout and cellulitis. You're in hell. Did you get married, Jeff? Because um define hell. Sorry about that though, man. That sucks. That sucks. That's no how the hell did you manage that? Dag, will the new D man play tonight? I I saw the move. I thought about making a video about it. I needed the break. I needed the rest. The 4 days did me good. But to me, he's just a guy that's like a 7D, 8D in case we get rid of like Kierstead or Ulevy. Um, I don't see why we would plug him in and take Carlson out. Carlson's been pretty good. So all right, Aviator got the card in the mail. Outstanding. John Carlo, fam's good. Yeah, today was good. Lots of sleep. I've been so tired the last couple of days. I normally I don't go to bed till midnight, 1 o'clock. 2 nights in a row now. I go to bed at like 9:30, and I'm just not with it. So, Jeff, you said you can't divorce your foot. I appreciate that, Aviator. I'm glad it got there okay. Oh, there you go, Jeff. Yeah, the new kid needs a work visa. Right, right. Um, I mean, he's just a depth signing. I know that's not the move we're making, right? I know that's not the move we're making. Right, Steve. He's still just doing the immigration, man. Daniel, how am I feeling? Um, you want the honest answer? The break was the I could have used another week off. Not gonna lie. I'm okay. I'm here. Um, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. If something's not right with me physically though. I just been not right the last um and I kind of knew that would happen after I had the virus. Kind of knew that I was going to kind of um set me back a little bit as far as the Lyme and everything. But I'll be all right. The warmer weather coming will help me out a lot, man. Hey, brother Gene says, "Welcome to the fluffy retirement plan." What? How did you? Now, did you just move up a step, Gene? Is that what happened, or were you already? How did you get that? How did you get that? How did you get? Because that's not a super chat. I've never seen that before. Interesting, but I appreciate that, brother Gene. Let's see. Steve says, "Chat's litty these days." Oh, chat's lit these days. Yeah, yeah. It's yeah, there's a few people in the chat. I know, it's great. Um CB says it might be more of a defensive minded defenseman. Yeah. I mean, but look, I mean, I like Carlson, but obviously we'll see what this kid can do. Um Hey, Ryan Lomberg's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. I gotta get you. We gotta do an interview with you in response to the Mason Marchment interview I did last week. Let's see. Captain Dave says, let's keep everything the same going into the playoffs. Don't mess with the vibes. Bring the old boards and glass back. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. We got Marshman on the top line again. So we've taken the best line we had for weeks was Reinhart, Marchman, and Lundell. Now we've blown that up and put Vetrano on there, putting Marchman on the top line, which didn't work last year. I'm assuming this is all temporary until we get a guy. I don't like putting Vetrano on that third line. I don't like it. That third line was so beautiful. All right, let's see. Dag says, to be honest, you think we need to strengthen the defense, but don't know if this Finn will help with that. No, I don't think he's 28. He's played like 40 games or something like that. I mean, he's just a depth guy. But I think to me it sounds like he's going to replace because Ulevy still has some value a little bit, I would think. So we may be including Ulevy, Nadavar, or one of those other guys, Kiersted, in a trade to get somebody. So it sounds like this kid is just a replacement for that. All right, let me get down to the bottom of the chat here. Sorry, I'm not keeping up, guys. A lot of people in the chat, which I appreciate that. Oh, I see, Brother Gene. You had to renew your new card, and they kept your longevity, so you didn't have to start from day one. Gotcha. All right, I think. All right, gotcha. Let's see. Chris Z says, "Would I consider Stu a ladies' man?" You know, I've seen pictures of Stu when he was younger. He was a good-looking dude, and he's got a he's got a way with words. You know, and he's got a way with words. He got a way with rhymes, right? You guys know who I'm quoting. Somebody will know who I'm quoting. Gino, my brother Gene, to be the only one who knows what I'm talking about there. But for a certain kind of lady, yeah, Stu did okay. I know where a few of the bodies are buried, and Stu's done all right for himself. Yeah, Daniel says bring back Josh Brown. All right. Steve, no weather with Uyghur today. 4th loss in a row. This sucks. Burn the team, move him to Canada, and hire Dale Talon. Move him to Canada. Now that's too much. That's too much. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy right now. All right, so justice has nothing to do with boards and glass. Our opponents haven't had any problems with them. We've lost since benching Achari. Good point, Jeff. Excellent point. I don't know why. I mean, he came in. He what, 2 games? He looked like he was just warming up. He looked pretty decent. I thought Lustreinen's faceoff percentage would cost him his job when Achari came back. Maybe he, is not ready, right? Maybe he's just, maybe he came back in his plan, but he wasn't feeling like himself. So I don't know. But we agree there, Jeff. I thought Achari was going to be able to. Yeah, Daniel, same thing. I thought he was going to be in. So let's see. Dag says, hopefully Bob will be at his very best in the playoffs. Yeah. And that's another video I was going to make. There was a couple of videos I was going to make, but I just been too tired. I needed the break. But the other thing with that is with it seems obvious to me now that We just sort of quietly sent Spencer Knight back to the AHL, and we're probably looking at picking up a veteran backup goalie for the playoff run. That's the only thing that makes any sense anymore. It doesn't make any sense to have left him in the AHL this length of time. Whatever the hell we're waiting for, though, would be nice, because if we're going to go get like Varlamov, I've seen a couple of other guys be mentioned. If we're going to go get a guy, we need him now, because this kid Johansson should not be costing us games like he did the other night. Jeff, you bought his jersey. What, Achari? Let's see. Dag, Mammon playing? No, Mammon's on the fifth line. I agree with you. I agree with you, Jeff. Achari, I'm surprised he's not in. Okay, so Matthew Jean, you're saying Spencer's been stinking it up and got pulled lately in the AHL? Well, I saw he got a shutout the other night. Look, at this point, I don't necessarily disagree. I just wish that I wish there would have been a little bit more communication. I wish one of our media guys would have asked the question rather than leaving the fan base kind of sitting there, pissing in the wind, wondering what's going on. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing, with all due respect to all of our media guys, that would not happen in a Toronto or a New York market or something like that. The media guys would be all over that, asking, hey, what's going on at backup goalie? That pisses me off. So instead of just communicating, say, hey, we're going to give Spencer some more time in the AHL, they've kind of left us all out there to dry. So if you want to put him in the AHL, fine. But then let's get it back. Let's get a real backup. I mean, what are we waiting for, right? We can't just start blowing Bob 4, 5, and 6 games in a row and then putting this kid Johansson in. If we're going to make a move, let's just do it already. Let's see. Peyton says we should be looking at Taze, Dylan, Savard. Savard. I don't know about that. I mean, he helped Tampa a little bit last year. I mean, I guess in the bottom pair, he's not going to hurt you or anything like that. And beggars can't be choosers, right? I don't know about Taze. I like the Claude Giroux thing. The reason why I like the possibility of getting Giroux is because then Colorado won't get him. You know what I mean? And if we make it that far, it will matter. A couple people say, it doesn't really matter. Well, if we make it to the finals and Giroux's on the Avalanche, it will matter, the difference between them having him and us not. Steve says we need some productivity from the fourth line. We've had good chances. It was 0 points. Yeah, that's why I thought Achari was coming back. I really did think that he was going to come back and take that job. I don't know what Luosterainen's save percentage is now, but it's pretty much been under 40%, not 50, but 40. All right, let's see. Chunga Soft Large says the Panthers will choke today, unfortunately. Well, let's just say I hope you're wrong, but that's a hell of a name. It's a hell of a name. Thanks for coming out. Steve, yeah, I mean, yeah, they get briefed not to ask. Again, that would not happen in a bigger market. The Panthers have a history of being, because they've got these West Point military type of guys. They think it's classified. They think it's like top secret classified information. That they err on the side of not communicating enough. But, what the hell do I know? I play with puppets in my basement. Let's see. Jeremy says unless the offense goes psycho, this run is nothing. Yeah. Steve, you say you highly doubt the Panther reporters are that clueless or stupid. No, it's not about I'm not saying they're clueless or I think they're stupid. I think that there's a ambiance of what you can and cannot ask. And that's all I'm saying, is that in a bigger market, the teams don't really have in a bigger market, the media has more play. In a bigger market, the media has more play and leeway in terms of what they can and cannot ask. All right, let's see. Jeff says you've got crispy socks older than Spencer Knight. Give him time to develop. No one ever ruined their career by playing in the AHL a couple of seasons. Yeah, no, I like I said, I don't disagree, man. But then we need a backup. You know, we need a, we need we can't go to the playoffs with Johansson. Matthew, do we get a defenseman or Drew or maybe even a backup goalie? At this point, we have a couple of things have gone wrong. Couple of things have gone wrong. Number one, Spencer Knight wasn't as ready as we thought he was. And then we had to let Montembeault go. Not that he would have been the answer, but I think he's better than this Johansson kid. So, but the point there is now we have a need at backup goaltender where that was not a hole we thought we had at the start of the season. Then Vetrano and Tippett both completely have not shown up. So now, instead of this having this ridiculous depth, we have it on paper, but when we put those guys into the lineup, it's kind of meh. So now we kind of have a need for another legit top six winger because both of those guys have not filled the hole. So we've ended up with a couple of holes that we didn't really feel that we were going to have, number one. Number two, we did not give anybody, Denisenko, Heponiemi, we didn't give anybody a call up from the minors to really give them an opportunity to take that spot. We've just been going Tippett, Vetrano. So we've kind of backed ourselves into a corner there with what we need. The point to that is that I think those are bigger needs than another defenseman because our top six, I mean, unless you're really going to go out and get a legit top four defenseman, unless you do that, bringing in another guy that's a Savard, a 5, a 6, a 7D is really not going to make that much of a difference in terms of the other two needs are bigger. We have to have number one need all of a sudden now is backup goaltender. And we went into the season, think some of us thought Spencer Knight was going to be the guy. And certainly, I mean, Stu and I were saying he's got to be the playoff guy because of Bobrovsky's playoff history. And now we need a backup goaltender. We need an experienced backup goaltender because if something happens to Bobrovsky, even in the middle of a playoff series where he's going to miss 2 games, we got nothing behind him now, unless you're going to throw Knight out there, and that's debatable at this point. All right, let's see. Alex Delgado says, let's stop the bleeding, please. Yes, please. All right, so I'm going to scroll to the bottom because I know I was talking a lot. Oh, I see the lines. Hold on a second. I appreciate everybody coming out. I really, really do. I obviously can't keep up with all of it, but I'm doing what I can. Jordan says the Ottawa Dictators will not get 2 in Sunrise. I hope not, man. All right, Peter. Wait a minute. Is that the lineup for tonight, or is that what you're saying it should be? Because you've got Duclair with Barkov or Hagee, and then you've got Tippett on the second line with Bennett, and then Lundell, Reinhart, Marchment. Okay, you're saying you want that back. Look, the issue there is Owen Tippett. I think that is the lineup that the coaches would prefer to be able to put in too. But Tippett cannot be on the second line scoring 4 or 5 goals total this season. That's been the biggest problem. All right, let's see. Jeremy says Monty's been average on a bad team. He could have been solid with us. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it would have been better than Johansson, but we ended up in this situation with numbers, with Joe Thornton. That's all I'm going to say. I said it at the beginning when I said it when it happened. I was like, where and why? And that roster spot that we just gave him because he's Joe Thornton, um, is costing us. It was the only move that Zito's made that I shook my head at, and it's cost us because that's a guy that you bring him in, and because of who he is, you can't just waive him in the middle of the season. You can't say sorry. You're stuck with him. And it was, I hate to put it this way, but in hindsight, he may prove me wrong in the playoffs if we need him. But right now, that was a stupid move because that roster spot has cost us people. Um, Captain Dave, we could trade Tippett for a backup goalie. Yeah, I agree. We need to do it. We need to do it already. All right, Ryan Allen, thanks for coming out, man. How am I feeling on the 3-game slide? Well, yeah, the Sens play a difficult style. They do. We better see a different team tonight. That's what all I have to say about it. I saw an article where they said that they felt like they just got comfortable at home. Okay, yeah, I mean, we all were kind of feeling like they were unbeatable. That explains one game. That explains one game. Nothing, there's no excuse for the Columbus game. You can only throw Johansson under the bus so much with that. He had a bad third period. But um, the last game, you just can't go blowing leads at home. So absolutely have to see a different team out there on the ice. ZB, you thought Monty would have been Knight's backup. Well, nobody anticipated. I mean, I want to say nobody. I'm sure there's somebody out there, but most people kind of figured Knight was ready to be the backup. But you know what I mean? And look, the last few games he played here in the NHL level, he did good. I was surprised to see him go down. I don't know. It's weird. It stopped making sense anymore. Dag, you say Reimer and Bob would be a solid duo. Steve, I know you laugh, but Reimer's had some decent playoff. Um, Reimer's really good for 2 periods. If you put Reimer in for the first 2, that's how you could do it. You keep Bob fresh. Put Reimer in for first 2 periods, and then let Bob finish it off. All right, let's see. There you go. Chris has got it. We really should have protected Drieger and exposed Vetrano in the draft. I mean, hindsight, right? You know, the way Spencer Knight came out last year. If you do that, if you did that, right? And I mean the Vetrano thing, yeah, fine. We would have been fine without him. But if you look at what we were thinking at the beginning of the year, I mean, Vetrano had 18 goals last year. And you looked at the guys we added Reinhart and you kind of and Mammon, and you kind of figured he'd pick that up. You figure he's good for 20 goals. So you didn't want to give him up. And then we all thought Knight was ready. So I mean, you're not in hindsight though, that's exactly what should have happened. All right, let's see. Gene says, put me in, coach. All right. All right. Steve says you'll trade Mother Dream for a 0-3 and 2 E6s. Hey, did you find out about your test yet, Steve? I'm scrolling down to the bottom because I know I'm missing stuff. All right, let's see. Not anymore, Dag. We're in second place now. Yeah. Let's see. Steve says they say good coaching is the difference. A plus minus 10 wins a season. Oh, it was just you. No, we're not. Oh, I guess Dag, your Dag must be a Lightning fan, so that's why you're saying we. The Toronto's right there too. Yeah, let's put Luongo in the time machine and make him 27 again. Oh man, no, I would if we could score Varlamov, I'd be good with that. but we got to do it. We can't have another game. And we've got this road trip coming up. We've got a few more games at home, and then we've got the road trip coming up with the 4 late games. And whatever we're going to do at backup goaltender, we've got to get it done. You know, we absolutely have to get it done, man. All right, let's see. Oh, Luan, now come on, Steve. Come on now. All right, guys. So let's see. I'm gonna give away a card tonight. Let's see. Matthew Jean says, since we're getting desperate, how does Matheson sound? The Pittsburgh fans are very happy with Mike Matheson. They absolutely are happy with Mike Matheson. All right, I'm going to give away an oldie but goodie here. Yeah, let's give this one away. Wait a minute. Is that a? No. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. There's schmutz on it. Hold on. I'm looking for a card to give away. There's schmutz on that card. Hold on a second. Let me get my glasses on. Is Matheson injured? Huh. All right, let's see. What the hell is that? That's these are old cards here. That's a Paul Coffey card. All right. Now they're all upside down now. Come on. All right, here we go. Not giving that away. I'm not giving that away. Nobody wanted that card. That's 2 of those. Come on, I had another one. I know I had. There's a specific. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. So if we get this sucker, I'm going to make it easy on everybody tonight. If we can get this sucker to 20 likes, we'll give away Rob Niedermeyer. That's an oldie but goodie. Rob Niedermeyer. All right. All right, so let's see. The answer is 12. Well done, Dave. Well done. Oh, let's see. All right, Ryan is saying Jumbo needs to play 41 games. He needs to play 41 regular season games, which won't happen, or he needs to play 1 playoff game. Exactly, to get his name on the cup. Right. Yeah, Stu and I have talked about that. Zito has everything Zito has done with that exception. I've loved. I was not a fan of the sympathy signing, right? It's just he's not Yager. He's not Yager. And that roster spot is kicking our nuts. We've had to make some really, we've had to make some moves we wouldn't wanted to make. So yeah. So, but to answer the question, yeah, he's going to have. There would be no reason to have kept him. He's going to have to get into a playoff game. Now you gotta figure. If we actually make it to the Cup and we're playing in the Stanley Cup Finals, at some point somebody would have been injured to where we would have needed a guy in there, right? That's going to happen. So if we make it that far in the playoffs, I can't imagine that there would be a scenario that we stayed so healthy that we didn't need him to come in and play a game. So, that'd be great. If we can win a cup and he plays his last game, let's when we go sweep the Avalanche, in 4, and he can play in game 4, but you think about it, it could only be if somebody got hurt. Because can you imagine like taking one of the regular starters out just to get Thornton in the game? Who are you going to take out? Be a mutiny on the ice. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It's a good point. All right, let's see. Dag, is Forsling playing? I assume he is. Was he injured? All right, let's see. Chris says Josh talking all this crap about Jumbo. That's why he's going to score the cup-winning goal for. Oh Jesus! You're not wrong though. You're not wrong, right? Jason, 20. 20 likes. All right. Let me see. I don't have a question ready. So let me think. I want to make it easy. So just give me a second. This is gonna be real easy. This is gonna be real easy. If I can get my brain to work. I'll let's see. Ask who's better, Uyghur or Ekblad. That's what you want. All right, so let's see. Here we go. It's for this Rob Niedermeyer card. Okay. It's for this Rob Niedermeyer card. Now, the question is whoever comes up with the best new name for One Bad Steve. Whoever comes up with the we need a new name for One Bad Steve. Stephen Chet, is the game an ESPN Plus game? One dumb Steve. That's pretty good. That's going to be hard to beat. You feel bad for whoever gets the question right. I don't know, Steve. One dumb Steve that's going to be tough to beat. Haterade. All right, so I mean, one bland Steve. That's not bad. Gene says you're Master Chief. What do you, Brother Gene says, I am Master Chief Billy Sunday. There's a preacher in Chicago that goes by that name. I see. Pestering Steve. Ryan says, if I could be on one team, any sport, riding the bench or a depth player at best, just to experience the season playoff Tossel championship. What team and year would it have been if I could have just been a guy on a team? I think I would have liked to have been on the 84, 85 Dolphins with Marino in his prime. Yeah, like make me like the little midget punt returner, right? Like, punt returners are all, like Jakeem Grant. That's the size I am. Yeah, I would have liked to have been like the little pain in the ass punt returner on that team. 1-2 Steve. 1-2 Steve. Oh, that's pretty good, Fall Store. That's pretty good. Oh, and here goes Steve. Oh, geez. Tim Black just won the card. What Tim Black? That's it. Tim Black just won the card. Jesus. And in honor of Steve Rowe, yeah, that's a win. That's a win, Tim. Oh, now I'm comparing myself to Rudy. Gene, would you like to tell Brother Gene should not be talking smack, Mr. 104 run back? Huh? Who the fuck is Steve Rowe? Oh, you see me more like a Devin Hester? What was he smaller? Look, I was fast. I have Panamanian blood. I was fast. Steve Rowe is Tom Rowe was the general manager that screwed up the Panthers in the 16 in the 2016 season. Yeah, that's a win. That's a win. That's good. Tim, you know how to get a hold of me, man. Yeah, 107 run back, Gene. Tim, if you want the card, it's yours, man. That's a win. I'm sorry, Steve, but that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. All right, Captain Dave, I appreciate it. How did you ruin the Panthers in 2016? Okay, will somebody explain to Steve why Steve Rowe is? Somebody explain it to him. You didn't even watch them, but that's still kind of the point. I mean, I can't Barkov for a 7. That's your answer for everything. Hey, Steve, I want you to try something. So like the next time you're in a disagreement with your wife, just when she gives you something that you absolutely don't know how to respond to, just tell her bark off for a seventh and watch her head spin. Bark off night and 2 firsts for a seventh. You're good with the new name. Oh man. The Erica Branson trade. Yes, Jason Martian. Thank you. Yes. Tom Rowe. We had just won the division, Steve. I'll give you a short history lesson. We had just won the division in 20, was it 15, 16 or 16, 17? I think it was 16, 17. We had just won the division. And they promoted Dale Talon to up in the organization and made this guy Tom Rowe the general manager. And he went all analytics to completely screwed up the team. And we would have been good a long time ago if it wasn't for that dude. Long story short, he screwed up the team in the offseason. Huberdeau got hurt the last game of the preseason. Gerard Gallant got fired 22, 23 games into the year when we were like 500. And then Rowe took over as the coach. And it was a horrible, horrible, disgusting display of a season. And then he got fired. And we've been trying to rebuild ever since. And we're just now getting good after that. It was also the year I started the channel because of all of that. So, yeah. Let's see. Steve, he says, you don't believe me. You told me the Panthers never. No, we've never won anything 2 years in a row. That's our problem, is when we do good, we find a way to screw it up. If we don't see that, the only time that didn't happen was we went to the Cup in 96. And we couldn't screw it up during the offseason, so we waited until we had the top team in the league, and then we traded Stu Barnes because we're not allowed to have good things 2 years in a row. Jake, yeah, certain owners wanted the analytics and even made that stupid T-shirt. I know, but look, Rose got to take the fall for that. You know what I mean? And he did. Did he ever go anywhere with hockey? Jason, the Stu Barnes trade. Yeah, the Stu Barnes trade. Steve says there's like 100 Steve Rose. No, the dude's name was Tom. All right, thanks, Chris. Steve, it was Tom Rowe, okay? But what Tim Black did was beautiful, right? Because you gave him your first name with Rowe's last name. And you get the joke. I'm sorry. Look, sometimes I have to make sure that you understand. All right. Come on, dude. You're in the Air Force. All right. I know it's okay. Calm down. It's all right, Steve. It's all right. All right, man. And plus, last time when you won the card, you didn't want it anyway, man. All right. You could take the Capitals off. Okay. Gene, you think that ended his NHL position? Yeah, most likely. So, all right. So what do we got? We got 15 minutes. This is good. Yeah, I know you don't want the card. Scott Niedermayer is better. Eventually, you know what's going to happen, Steve, is I'm going to end up with that signed Uyghur card, and you're going to get the question wrong, and then what are you going to do? You probably hack my channel and delete it. Gene says the Air Force. Oh, that explains everything now. Yeah, you got to watch out for those Air Force guys. All right, you got to watch out. Eventually all of us end up playing with puppets in our basement. You don't want the cards. So you're saying if I had a signed Uyghur card, you wouldn't want it? Is that what you're saying, Steve? No place for them. No place. How do you have no place for cards? You buy a binder or you buy some top loaders. All right. Chris C says, historically, what are some good players over the years the Panthers could have had that we passed up on by trade or either on the draft? Oh, well, wasn't it Ovechkin Ovechkin that we tried to draft, right? And he was too young or something. What's that story? Well, I believe somebody will be able to fill in the blank. I wish Stu was here. Stu is a little bit more knowledgeable about those things. He's paid a lot of attention to the drafts. But let's see who else, Chris. Let's see. I believe Adam Fox. Something came. I remember that too. There's somebody we drafted instead of Adam Fox. I believe that was it. I'm trying to shake my mind. If you go back, I believe it was the 2010 draft. Yeah, Ovechkin, Jeremy. Yeah. I believe it was 2010 to 2011 where we had, I want to say, 3 first-round picks, and Bugstad was one of them. I think we definitely butchered that draft, but Ovechkin's the one that comes to my mind more than anything. All right, let's see. One Best Steve says the Panthers are winning 7-1 today because we don't need the weather with Uyghur. So, all right, I agree with you. Let's see. Yeah, Jason, we tried to use the Pavel Bure rule. Right. Yeah, Tim Black, Fox. Yeah, 2016 was Adam Fox. Right. Oh, we had a bad shoulder and we ended up taking Culpepper. Right. Let's see. Alexander says the Panthers traded their first pick to the San Jose Sharks, who then traded to Tampa and drafted LeCavier. Yeah, we've been on the bad end of some of those. Let me look this. Hold on a second. I want to see which year that was. I believe that was the 2010. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let's see. Was it 2010? Why did they give me that? All right, complete list. Let's look at that because that's a good question. I don't need all the first round picks. Well, yeah, 2010. Was it 2010? Yeah, in 2010, we had 3 first round picks, and we took Gabranson, Nick Bugstad, and Quentin Howden. Now, so we took Gabranson with the 3rd pick, Bugstad with the 19th pick, and then Quentin Howden with the 25th pick. And if you just look at that draft, let's just look at some of the names of the players that we could have had. Well, let's just see. When we took Eric Gabranson, we could have had Ryan Johansson, Nito Niederreiter, Brett Connolly, Jeff Skinner. Let's see. Jack Campbell, Cam Fowler, Dylan McGrath. Anybody of really? Tarasenko was at 16. Then we took Bugstad. When we took Bugstad, we still could have had Riley Sheehan, Mark Pesic, Kevin Hayes. And then we took Quentin Howden. And then after Quentin Howden, right after Quentin Howden, the Capitals took Kuznetsov. And then there's Brock Nelson as well. So just from that draft alone, just from that 2010 draft alone, there was plenty of guys that we could have had. All right, let's see. Jason, I want to see what Jason's saying here about Vasilevsky. He said we could have had Vasilevsky. There was a report the Lightning offered us. They offered us Vasilevsky, Druin, and their first round pick for the number 1 overall pick in the 2000. That got us Ekblad. Boy, that would have changed a whole lot of. That would have changed a whole lot of things, right? Because Luongo was still playing and playing well then. Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, that would have been something else, Jason. Yeah, One Bad Steve. Fox was taking 66. The Panthers took Masherin and Borgstrom. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Jeff says you traded your future sanity for being a Florida Panthers fan in the first round in 93, right? Richard, oh, you're in Washington watching the Canes and the Caps. Outstanding. Outstanding. Hey, somebody had brought this up. Is it a Bally's game tonight? Because somebody asked about ESPN. Esoteric, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we let's hope we get the win tonight. Absolutely. Oh, Chris, yeah, I some things are bigger than hockey with the global situation going on right now. You hope all of Bob's loved ones back home are okay. Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, I'm sure that's got to be on his mind. It's got to be, right? Ryan Allen, 2007. We took Ellerby at 10. We took Ellerby at 10. Yeah, and McDonough went 12. You don't like looking up our draft history. All right. Thank you, Steve. It's on Bally's. Okay, good. Okay. Thanks, guys. All right. Is it 6:53 already? Guys, these streams are going so fast. It is 6:53 already. All right. That works. That's good. All right. So let's get predictions. I'm gonna predict that we're gonna lose until we win. All right. So in fact, I'm going to predict we get shut out. We're going to lose 4-0 until we win. Until we win, I'm not even going to predict that we're going to score 4-0. 4-0 Senators. Let's see. And Steve says 10-0 Panthers. That's a surprise. All right. Empty netter and Bob not even pulled. That's Spencer Knight's job. Spencer Knight's the one that can have an empty net. He goes and leaves the goal too many times. Hey, Jason Todd, how you doing, bud? They want 10. Good to see you, Jason. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Jason Marchant says you read a report when we tried to get McDonough from the Rangers at the deadline one year, but the Rangers insisted on Borgstrom be included and we didn't get him. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, well, don't forget, we exposed Marchessault to protect Bukestad and Alex Petrovic. We've not had good expansion draft luck. Like this year, we kind of felt like we handled it right, but in hindsight, we didn't, right? All right, Chris says the Sens are going to play us hard 5-4 Panthers in a shootout. I'll be good with that. Alex Perez says 3-2 Cats. I hope so, but for purposes of my sanity, I'm not until we win. It will not be my fault that we're losing that because I predicted we were going to win. Jason Tosh said, "What's up, the other Jason?" All right, right now 4-2 Panthers. You got some cash on the under 7 total, huh? Ooh, boy, that's I mean, Ottawa plays a tough style. That might actually be a good bet, Ryan Allen. Now that I'm thinking about it, because we're probably going to come out and instead of trying to be like all loosey goosey, flying high and everything, probably going to come out and try to play like a road, hard nosed defensive game. So yeah, you might come out on top there. Let's see. Steve says Drieger wasn't re-signing anyway. No hindsight about it. We lost the chip. We know we're going to keep. Maybe you're right. Here's the thing with that, Steve. On one hand, if we go by what you're saying, that Drieger wasn't going to re-sign, okay, then at the same time, at that point we have to say, well, then he assumed he was going to be the starter, right? And then that means that Seattle screwed him over by going and getting Grubauer. And that might explain Drieger's lack of spectacular play. Because you'll never convince me. No one will ever convince me. Drieger could be standing in front of me right now, and I would call him a liar if he said that he made the choice. He could go anywhere he wanted, and he made the choice to go be the backup in Seattle. I think he got screwed over. All right, let's see. Steve says, maybe one dumb Steve starts. What are you talking about? Star Wars? Oh, I see. You guys with the Force, right? Star Wars sucks. That's why we'll lose tonight. Now we're gonna lose because I predicted it, right? Oh, by the way, real quick, I meant to bring this up. I'm going through the last of the Panthers clothing and everything that I have, so there'll be some new sizes and stuff. I still have a few leftover sizes that I'll have in the eBay store. But if anybody has like kids or little brothers or cousins and stuff, these are brand new with tag. You can see it's the old original stuff. It's youth extra large. So like for 10-year-olds, like 10, 11-year-olds, right? Or if your girlfriend is really, really small, I'm going to have a ton of these. I've probably got 75 of them that I just found in a couple of boxes. I'm going to be putting them on sale in the eBay store. But just in case anybody's interested, if you got somebody that size that goes to the games. So let's see. Steve said most women can fit into a youth extra large. Let me look at that. Yeah. No, I'll agree there. I mean, you see the shoulders. The shoulders are pretty. It's pretty good sized. And Brother Gene says, "Yeah, I'm going by your woman couldn't." So yeah, I'll post the link. But if anybody's got kids or little cousins and stuff like that, they're nice. They're sweatshirts, so they're really nice. So, all right, guys, 6:59. Gotta go. All right, I appreciate everybody showing up. It was good to get back into the groove of things. That is probably the last break we're gonna have here. So that we got to get back to winning. It's a lot more fun when we win. I have no interest in doing a rant again, right? One rant for the season, that was good. That was get it out. We had fun. Enough with the ranting. Let's get 2 points. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. I will see you guys after the game with the recap. Okay.